Hello everyone, my name is Mia Easylay and I'm joined by...
Kenya Monhart.
And today we're going to be reading an erotic fanfic called Drag Race You to the Elite Four, the special Christmas edition written by Uncle Deadly. We have a bunch of other fanfics I still need to upload because I'm lazy and forgetful. But today we're going to be reading this sexy fanfic. Let's get started. Content warning, there's probably sex. I wish.
Is there?
I don't know. It could happen.
Is it canon?
Previously, Pokemon drag trainer Mia Easylay was on her quest to become the best trainer in the Nanacut region. She faced off against rival drag trainers, new and old, a sinister professor, a legendary Pokemon, and her greatest fears. Dead by Daylight and a murdered Shiny.
A murdered Shiny.
But none of that matters today. Like any good 80s and 90s series, today we are doing a completely random Christmas special. And yes, like all good Christmas specials, this was actually filmed at the height of summer. It's so hot in here, my sweat is sweating. Frankly, I'm glad as I'm not looking forward to seeing how that Dead by Daylight cliffhanger ends, and clearly I have no desire to commission Uncle Deadly to write me actually going to the Elite Four, becoming the champion. So deck the halls and don your gay, bi, lesbian, trans, and non-binary apparel, because it's time for Mia Easylay's Christmas special.
I love this South Park rendition.
Snowflakes danced past the large Rodom clock in the central tower as it ticked and talked like a viral video challenge to the top of the hour, 8 a.m. The bronzong in the tower began to cry as its tiny tinkatots began to hammer at the hour, though to all who heard it, it was the joyous melodic sound. At the base of the tower, 2 wooden doors burst open as 100 people steamed out. All were in nearly matching outfits, all variants of the same uniform, green and red plaid skirts or pants, white button-up shirts, and regular plaid ties. Some wore puffy winter coats. A few youngsters refused to wear anything but shorts. A few were in full drag versions of the uniforms. Mia Easylay wore a solid dress in the school's standard plaid instead of a dress skirt, a bright green wig that was absolutely not a Karen wig, and a red velvet capelet trimmed in white faux fur. Kenya Monhart wore flared tartan pants and a long-sleeved white blouse with a thin tartan tie. Her hair was pale green and teased to the heavens with a large satin bow affixed to one side. School's out for winter break. Ugh, I thought break would never get over. Mia scoffed as she gets a little twirl in her lightly falling flakes. Not that she particularly loved Christmas. Gifts were cool, but she never really understood Christmas. Why do people love it so much?
What? Wait, what? Oh, what? I see it. Okay. What? You went to like 7 classes all term.
Kenya said.
Did you even take any midterms?
No, but I was busy. Besides, how many classes did you take?
8 plus 1 midterm.
Kenya smirked.
And what do you mean by busy? You were running an illicit underground trade network. Why are we starting off fresh out the gate like this? An illicit underground trade network so you could fill your Pokedex and get the shiny charm faster.
So what? I don't see why touch trading is banned on school grounds. Besides, I like finding shiny Pokemon. As Mia said this, a shiny Psyduck walked up to her. It blinked stupidly and Mia gasped. Oh my god, a shiny Psyduck on page 1? Fuck my luck. She cackled and dropped a dive ball on it. Kenya pretended not to notice.
This region was settled by, I don't know that word.
Puritanical.
Ooh, puritanical. What does that mean?
Puritanical is like Puritans.
Oh,
so like
pilgrims.
Yeah, kind of. Like they're putting on their view set.
Uh-huh.
But like, does that make sense?
Yeah, like very Christopher Columbus word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not gonna try to say it again. Fundamentalists. They thought touch trade sounded too sexual. Huh.
Oh, do you get it? So like they're like kind of like the witch trials, like thou shalt not fuck.
I would never thought touch trade sounded sexual.
I'm touching trade.
Not touching, I'm touching trade.
What? You're hot.
Thank you.
After a few seconds, both of them laughed. Ha 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 ha!
Ah.
It felt good to laugh with Kenya, Mia thought. She didn't know what she and Kenya were. Friends? Maybe? Close classmates? Definitely? More? Well, Mia didn't want to put too much hope into that. She did notice that their pinky fingers kept almost touching each other each time their arms swung by each other as they walked.
Wait, so our arms are swinging, but our pinky fingers are almost touching?
Yeah.
That's some aggressive foreplay right there. Can't get that shit at Wendy's.
You have the next line.
Oh, what is it? Oh,
I guess
I'll be seeing you in a few weeks.
Kenya said, stopping for a moment, near the center of the courtyard. Her head dropped a little. Was she genuinely sad to see Mia go? Mia had never been much of a fan of Christmas, but this made her dislike a little bit more. I guess so. Well, but you have my Rotom phone number. Call me up sometime. Maybe we can catch a Tropius cab and meet up at one of those 10 natural wonders of Manicut, Mia suggested, brightening a little.
Oh, a Tropius cab? That's adorable. You know it comes with fresh snacks. Okay. Why, Mia? Are you asking me to unlock some fast travel spots with you?
Kenya cooed.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Suddenly, the school's PA system turned on, first with a feedbacky squelch, then a few melodic notes. The students milling around the courtyard stopped and looked back towards the massive edifice of the school. A woman stepped out of the balcony, situated between bell tower and main doors. She wore a crisp gold and olive green plaid pantsuit. Mostly gray dreads swung down the back of her head as she stepped. She was flanked by 2 more people, who were also elaborately designed by the art team for this game, but feature in so little of the plot I'm not going through the hassle of describing them. Students! Before winter break officially begins, I have an announcement to make. What now? Mia asked. Doesn't Director Chime know I have 5 more gyms, 2 more Titans, 3 more contests, and 6 more races to beat so I can figure out the secrets of the 4 cryptid Pokemon of Nanicut?
That's a lot. That is... My god, this is a game. This is a game. Oh, hold on. I think you'll like this.
Kenya said.
Yay.
Her beautifully painted lips curled up slightly on one side. Mia sighed. She hadn't been able to say no to those lips all semester, try as she might. Kenya had been at the school longer than Mia, despite them being roughly the same age. Not that age mattered. Mia had taken classes with kids as young as 10 and as old as 74. As you know, the founders of our city, Knoll Haven, loved Christmas a lot, some might say too much, the director paused. But those people were exiled and elements of their holidays taken from them to be integrated into our own. It was hard to tell if she agreed with the practice or was keeping her lips shut to... Oh, it was hard to tell if she was agreed with the practice or she was keeping her lips shut. That sounds highly problematic, Mia said.
Right?
Kenya said. Many of those long-ago founders even went as far as to donate money to the school to ensure that we would always remember Christmas here, too. But they only donated $50, so we just put their names on a plaque. The director pointed... The director pointed to the bronze plaque next to the double doors. The students close to it could see all listed names and a brief message by each. The top read, TTCFCL, we hardly know you. Followed by Feetech, happy to help, and below that, Uncle Deadly. Now will everyone stop wondering when the cameo's coming?
They only donated $50 so all they got was their name on a plaque. Oh my god.
I just beat.
Oh my goodness. I love the visuals in my mind that are going on.
So, this is also, if anyone's not aware, this is a redeem for the Trans Lifeline benefit that I run at the Shea Est, and I agreed to do fanfic reading this Hot Ones challenge after, and I have to play Dead by Daylight on Christmas. Alright, so in honor of the founders, each year we hold a special competition on Christmas Eve here at the Yule University. She paused for a second to let the joke sink in. Yes, that's Yule University in Knoll Haven, Nanicut, the region's premier academy for higher learning. Although our classes only go over the basics of Pokemon gameplay, anyone who has played Pokemon before hardly knows. I thought classes seemed a little remedial, Mia said. I am now officially opening the Yule University's Ivy League competition. The crowd murmured long enough for that joke to sink in. Oh.
Is this on
Ivy,
me?
yeah.
Like Ivy, yeah.
Yeah. Because so many of you have been working hard collecting badges on your special research projects of roaming around the region with no guidance and attacking anyone and everything you meet with your Pokemon, which I'm sure no accreditation board would approve of, I decided to make that this year's Pokemon theme. The 18 badges of Christmas, 18 holiday-themed challenges, one for each Pokemon type. Whoever collects all 18 badges will get to enter a tournament and be crowned Christmas champion. The reaction to the crowd was mixed. Some seemed intrigued. That one girl whose dad owned the phone company began cheering about battles, but a lot seemed ambivalent. Most were just hoping to go home for Christmas. A Christmas-themed tournament? Why does everything have to be in Christmas-themed?
Mia, this is literally a Christmas-themed school. You had to know that before you enrolled.
I thought it was Christian. I could handle going to a few masses. I'm good on my knees. Don't you dare drop that exclamation point knees in chat, Deadly. I'm warning you.
Deadly dropped the exclamation point knees. Drop those knees.
Director Chime ignored them and continued. Attendance is compulsory. One brave student, a white kid from a rich family who didn't try hard in school, no doubt, raised his hand. Will there be extra credit? Yes, definitely a kid with all that privilege. Chime sighed. Fine, there will be extra credit. The whole school cheered. Hurrah! Now here's how this'll work. All around the school grounds, there are stations where members of faculty are waiting to test you in a fun and festive holiday Pokemon-themed challenge. Succeed and you get a badge. Collect all 18 badges and return to the courtyard here for the tournament and prize ceremony. Understood? Great. Now go get jolly. The crowd began to disperse with with less excitement than they had minutes before. I guess this is you, sorry.
Okay. I guess you're stuck with me a little while longer.
Kenya said with a wink.
Would you want to go check out some of these challenges together with me?
Mia flushed. Absolutely.
Bet you would.
They found the first station inside the main lobby of the school. Long strands of tinsel, decorated in chingling and flittles, swooped between all of the support beams and rafters. The receptionist, who we had talked to all the time to sign up for classes, but had never once learned her name from, had on her pre-programmed smile. Welcome to the Hang a Shiny Star Upon the Furfrou Challenge. The objective is to find a partner and give the best makeover to one of the Furfrous. All over the space, there were several stations where large white drop cloths and small tables with grooming instruments were set up. Only a few were taken.
Sounds like fun.
Kenya said.
Yeah, I did.
Mia wasn't so sold. She hadn't even so much as tried to style her own wig in months. That's why she paid Boba for her. Ugh. They walked towards one of the stations when someone grabbed Mia's hand. Mia, you have to join my team. Come on. Mia stumbled as she was pulled in a different direction away from Kenya, who looked as dumbstruck. As Mia recovered, she looked up and noticed a familiar student as the one who had swooped her in. Oh, hi, Ethel. I already kind of have had This is going to be great. All of our contest preparations made us a shoo-in for this challenge. Ethel Deluxe had been someone she had met on the first day of classes. She had told Mia about Pokemon contest, which Mia had thought sounded pretty dumb at first. But once she realized they were essentially Pokemon drag competitions, she got super into them. Oh, I guess, but Mia looked over her shoulder. Kenya was being pulled in another direction by another kid. Resigned, Mia sighed and got to work with Ethel.
Who the hell grabbed me?
We'll find out. On the workstation was a photo of a Furfrou with its star cut. On their mat, a large poodle Pokemon nearly Mia's height was waiting, tail waggling, while it tried to keep its head still and regal. Ethel handed her a pair of scissors and they got to work. Mia clipped slowly at first, but quickly found herself getting into it. The fur was soft and cozy, and the Pokemon looked genuinely happy. As snips of fur fell away, Mia grew faster, more confident. Ethel told Mia a story about her Christmas plans that sounded so wonderful, then suggested to Mia they get together during the break and do a practice contest to prepare for facing the Bridge Harbor Contest, the highly ranked contest in the circuit. Mia felt warm inside, like her heart was made of fur. You know...
Say that 4 times fast.
Her heart was made of fur. You know, I don't get what this challenge has to do with Christmas, Mia said. Ethel laughed. Wait, really? Your family doesn't shave and dye dogs for Christmas? Oh, my family did that every year. I really can't tell if you're kidding. Seriously, every year. Our Snubbull hated it, but put up with it because he liked the attention and treats afterwards. Mia stared, dumbstruck. But Ethel's face looked super happy, so she had to believe it. Mia coughed and changed topics. You know, this isn't looking half bad. We just need to dye some of its fur, but I've never done that before. Oh, trust me, I know what to do here, Ethel said, taking the dye bottle from Mia. Lapras, come on! She tossed out a Pokeball and a Lapras appeared. A green garland adored with tall, unlit candles lay atop its head like a crown. A string of lights rove around the bumps on its shell. Ethel... You know we can't release Pokemon indoors. It's one of the rules. Mia, when has that rule ever been enforced? We're literally shaving Pokemon right now. Ethel raised an eyebrow. As Mia considered her point, Ethel commanded her Lapras to drink some of the dye, but not swallow. Okay, now, water gun! The large Pokemon obeyed, spraying out blue, dyed water all over the spots of the dog Ethel indicated. The Furfrou's eyes grew wide as plates of the cold water. but kept its regal posture. There, Ethel cheered. Mia had to admit, it worked. It was an excellent dye job. Hey, you might have a career in this. Thanks, let's go see the receptionist. They walked over to the county just ahead of Kenya and her partner, whose Pokemon looked okay. But Mia and Ethel's was objectively better. Clearly. Come on, it wasn't even a contest. But if it was, they still would have won because Mia and Ethel are experts at these two. At those two.
They literally broke the rules. Like, what are you saying?
Are you lap pressed?
Yes, I'm very lap pressed. Pressed like a Snorlax.
Congratulations, you did it, the receptionist said. She handed Mia a rough circle made of cardboard that someone had a large plain N on it. These are your Ivy League normal badges. Good luck today. That was fun, Mia. Thanks for letting me team up with her. Thanks for letting me team up with her. Kenya, I'm gonna head off this way, but I'll see you during the break, Mia, Ethel said, running off to the nearest doorway. She touched the fast travel panel and vanished. Something bumped into Mia. It was one of the Furfrou, but had someone dyed it black? No, wait. A shiny Furfrou! Mia swore repeatedly and fumbled until she dropped a luxury ball on it.
How do you keep doing that?
Kenya asked. She picked up Mia's badge from her hands and pinned it to Mia's dress.
Shall we?
They started to walk down the other hallway to another door.
Is that still me? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You know, that challenge really took me back. As a kid, I loved shaving and decorating our family's Electrike. Oh, I had an Electrike.
Why did you shave it?
I don't know, but I was like...
Kenya said nostalgically.
I was thinking it was a Wooloo.
Me had listened in disbelief the whole way to their next challenge. No, it's because you're a Gen 3 stan.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have had a Wooloo. It's like I would have a Mary, but like you would have probably had like an Electrike.
I would have definitely had... No, I would have had a Poochyena.
Oh, Poochyena's cute too.
Poochyena's adorable with his underbite.
The morning continued on with the pair of them taking on more challenges. They finished 7 more before lunch. There was the Poison Seta challenge, which was just a lecture on poisonous holiday plants with a short quiz, which Mia aced. There was the Oh Little Hall of Behemoth, where they had to move across a long hallway, where at the far end, the cerebral Pokemon used the lights on its hand to play red light, green light with them.
Oh, God.
Like red light, green light, like the...
what's
that thing?
Squid Games.
I still have not watched that.
I watch it repeatedly.
I refuse.
It is amazing.
The school librarian, Britt, ran the flying type badge challenge, Tranquil in an aspear tree. Mia had tried to do that one with Kenya, but it ended up being put with Blue Jay. She had met him at the fall social mixer where he had told her all about the Pokemon races around Nanakut. He kept challenging her to race him whenever he encountered her. So far she had beaten him every time. He doesn't seem to mind. Mia did mind that he kept having his Weasel water gun the birds out of the trees rather than safely escort them to the coop. Still, they finished first. Mia got to work out on the school's track and battlefield that she had to chase down a bunch of monkeys who had stolen some evil evolution stones during the keep away in a Mankey fighting badge challenge. She had gotten partnered up with her classmate Nora in the future. Mia assumed that was a Swedish last name. Mia had been helping Nora to confront the bullies of Team Cole, who had been trying to steal Pokemon all term. Mia had no trouble getting most of them, but had a hard time finding the Mankey with the leaf stone. Alright, Nora shocked Mia when she called upon her Pokemon, her partner Pokemon to help Mia and Bulby, and cried out, "Go, Mew!" It turned out to just be a Squirtle in a cute little Mew costume.
It's actually really cute.
Mia was less shocked and more confused when Nora kept having her partner use Water Gun to try and knock out the monkeys. Why does everyone think their solution to this problem is Water Gun?
It's a very powerful and versatile move,
Kenya said when they regrouped afterwards. You would say that your dream is to open a water-type gym.
Yes.
The other 2 challenges were Do You Hear What I Hero form, where they had to ride Palafans around the school pool, and the steel-type challenge Uncle Dudley ran out of time to find a pun for.
That was fun.
Kenya said with a spring in her step. Mia wasn't sure where she had gotten so much cheer from. If we're gonna keep going, I should probably order something to eat. She pulled out her Rotom phone and began to pull up the Delibird app to order something.
Oh. You do know there's a cafeteria, all you can eat, included in the tuition.
Kenya said, fumbling in some direction. Yes, but She stopped herself from saying how much she wanted to buy Kenya lunch and go be alone somewhere.
Oh.
Maybe a picnic outside. They didn't have much longer left until break, and she didn't want to waste what little time they had left. Mia begrudgingly put her phone away and went along. The cafeteria was decked out in lights, tinsels, trees, wreaths, and fake presents tucked in every corner and cranny. Litwick-shaped candles left over from the superior holiday of Halloween were Christmased up with Sawsbuck's candle holders.
That's cute.
A large crowd, maybe half of the student body, filled the room with noisy conversation. The pair of queens approached what they thought might be the food line and asked the students in front of them what was going on. Oh, there's a league challenge happening in here. Mia recognized the student as Chris, who was on moderation track at the school.
Oh, cool. We can get another badge.
Kenya said. Great!
What's the challenge?
Kenya said. A student next to Chris, Big Dave, turned. Very challenge, maybe? We are in the cafeteria. This made no sense to Mia for the moment before she gave it a thought. Fido, Milcery, Slurpuff, Molarel. No, yeah, that tracked that Fairy was food-related. There came a sudden burst of loud cheering and applause, and a small amount of scream, but Mia couldn't see over the crowd of what it was. Two students ran past, huffing and puffing, faces bright red. Mia arched a perfectly painted eyebrow, but the crowd suddenly surged behind her, pushing her and Kenya forward. Their Spanish, Paldean professor greeted them with a white chef's hat on and said in his thick Spanish or Paldean accent. I don't know if I can do a Spanish.
I was like, are you doing a Spanish accent?
Who's gonna do the Spanish accent?
Two more challenges
for the Hot Wave Challenge. Oh, I guess he's Italian now.
Work. Oh, what's that?
Kenya said, walking up to the table. People were clearing away some plates and a metal bucket, replacing them with clean ones. You will be served a series of Charizard wings, each one made with a hot sauce starting with the mildest Capsakitty levels of heat, all the way up to Scovilliansly hot. Survive all of them and you will win the Fire Badge. Fire Badge? Mia repeated, looked over at Big Dave. He and Chris were being ushered to the seats next to them. Sorry, I heard it was a fairy type from a MewTube video. Kenya tisked.
Never trust a straight Mewtwo who says they have... YouTubers who say they have accurate leaks.
Mia seated herself and felt her heart raced. People were gathering around the table watching with excitement. She normally liked a crowd watching her, but watching her eat? This wasn't a mukbang challenge. She turned towards Kenya for comfort. But Kenya, she was just rubbing her hands together and letting her tongue hang out in excitement. The first wings came out. Chicken wings glazed in a bright orange sauce. She bit into it and found it had a little kick, but not too bad. She swallowed and regretted it instantly. Her wig line began to sweat profusely. Thankfully, it passed quickly, though it took a few more bites to get through the whole thing. Excellent, the professor said. On to number 2. Mia made it through the second one pretty easily, though she was worried she'd have to redo her makeup before tonight. She looked up at Kenya. Not bad at all, she said before coughing 3 times quickly as the heat kicked in. She laughed it off. Chris clutched a fist till his skin turned pale. While its face flustered, he reached for a glass of water and the crowd gasped. He drank and regretted it instantly before running from the table. One down! Who else will drop? Here is number 3, the professor announced. The third one was a bright red color. Mia eyed it suspiciously and almost took a tentative bite. She decided it would be a mistake and shoved the whole thing in her mouth and chewed it as quickly as she could. It began to burn her mouth instantly. Now for the question and answer period, Big Dave. Please identify this Pokemon. On the screen appeared a black circle. It's Dave stopped to fan his mouth. A Jigglypuff is seen from above. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's a Hisuian Electrode. You're disqualified. What? No, Big Dave said as one of the kitchen ladies escorted him away. Alright, final burn and final question. Scovillian sourdough rolls. Are you ready? Mia and Kenya nodded. The final's wing sauce was Mega Charizard black with hints of blue. As soon as they placed it in front of them, they tore into them. Mia felt like she had eaten an entire Charizard. There was so much fire in her stomach. Kenya, your question is, when are you returning to stream?
Do I have to actually answer this? Hopefully within 2023 at some point. I'm trying to get a computer, so hopefully.
And then Mia, your question is, does Kenya do drag?
No.
If she plays her cards right, she can do a little drag. The crowd oohed at Mia's answer. She had barely managed to get the answer out. Her voice was choking inside of her. Not because she was sentimental, but because of the hot wings. Yes, the hot wings. She hesitated to look over at Kenya, but when she finally did, her friends just shrugged and smiled. What the hell was that supposed to mean? The professor... The professor handed them each a glass of milk and a badge. They accepted both gracefully as the crowd cheered their success as they stood and walked away. Please tell me this isn't a family tradition also, Mia said, leaning slightly on Kenya. Her leg felt wobbly, but they were slowly recovering.
No, but I think it might become one.
Kenya laughed.
And look, we finally got to do a challenge together.
Yeah, Mia said. She was proud of herself, but she knew she was going to be in pain for 8 to 12 hours. Do we have any more to go? Doesn't fanfic usually wrap up by now?
Yes, but this is a Christmas special. They're usually longer. Besides, there's still more cameo donations to fulfill.
Oh, good, Mia said.
Oh, yuppie.
The afternoon continued with more challenges. They finished 4 more in less than an hour with no problem, including a Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas for the Electric Badge, and History Professor Marley's The 3 Ghost Types of Christmas Challenge. 5th up in the afternoon, they took the Jingle Bell Rock Challenge, which involves karaoke to rock covers of Christmas songs. Kenya sultry sang Santa Baby, and yes, they actually have to sing.
Santa baby, just slip a shiny Sableye under the tree. For me, been an awfully good queen, Santa baby. So hurry, wait, what? So hurry, bring me a chimchar tonight.
While Kenya was singing, a shiny dove flew up to the outdoor amphitheater they were singing in. Mia caught it quickly and nearly missed her cue to go on stage.
Why are you catching all of them? What am I doing?
Mia sang Little Drummer Boy. I don't know the beat to Little Drummer Boy.
I know X gonna give it to you.
Come, they told me, patinka tink ton, a newborn mythical weed seek, patinka ton ton, tinka ton ton. I don't know what the beat to Little Drummer Boy.
Oh my god.
I can rap it.
Word. Bust out those bars, Lil Kim.
Shut the fuck up. There now, everyone watching the stream has lost the Little Boy Drum Challenge for this year. You're welcome. Mia absolutely nailed the ginger bug decorating challenge, where they had to decorate gingerbread bugs in under 5 minutes. Hers objectively looked the best and had 0 problems with them, and their special guest, Katie, who had recently run the Great Galarian Holiday Bake-Off, absolutely did not give her a badge out of pity. No way. Kenya coughed a little.
Keep telling yourself that. Well, it wasn't a cough that you thought it was going to be. I think I found one of your nails in my cookies.
She said.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Come on, we got 3 more challenges to go, Mia huffed. Her dress was getting filled with tiny holes from all those cheap pins.
Come on, tiny holes.
The next one they found was the water type challenge. We 3 Slow Kings. Thankfully, Mia and Kenya were able to work together on this one, though they had to find a third partner. A large muscular figure sat down next to them. They were completely painted head to toe in body paint except for a pair of school colors color shorts for modesty. Hi Mia, Testosterone said. Testosterone's another streamer. Mia and Testosterone had met on the way to school the first day of classes, where they had run into one of the Titan Pokemon of Nanacut, massively oversized Pokemon that Testosterone said were running amok after getting their hands on some experimental herbs. They had bonded over each other owning rare Ultra Beasts. Mia had her shiny Blacephalon, which she caught pre-Shiny Charm, and Testosterone had their signature Pokemon, Buzzwool. The 3 of them found themselves blindfolded, but they had given 30 seconds to review a tray of glues, glitters, and plastic beads and sequins. Then they had 5 minutes to decorate a King's Rock. That reminds me, Mia, Testosterone said as they worked. During break, I was going to try and find the lair of the Titan Slow King. Want to join me? Mia was suddenly feeling like she had overbooked her calendar for the break, but she had been falling behind on the Titan plotline lately. Sure, that'd be great, she said sincerely, though she had some trepidation.
Miss Popular over here,
Kenya said. Was that jealousy? With their badges award, they pressed on. Mia easily cleared the Do You Want to Build a Snover Ice Badge challenge and reached the Little Saint Nicket challenge for the Dark Badge. Wow, I was wondering when I'd finally get the Dark Badge, Mia said as they walked up to the station. There were a few other students around. Most must have given up the extra credit or be in the infirmary from the Hot Wings challenge. She was running out of chances to hang out with Kenya. They gotten to be alone for 2 whole challenges all day.
I know, it feels like it took 7 generations to get a Dark Badge.
Mia, just in time. I need a partner. 2 hands wrapped around Mia and pulled her over. It was Doom Omega. She had been trying to get Mia to help her get to know their teachers better after the classes. She wasn't really sure where their teachers' bonded plotline was going, and if the game's writers had any clue, but she had gotten some experiences candy out of it so far, so she wasn't going to complain. Hi, Omega. Well, you see, Kenya and I have been trying to work together all day, and Kenya put her hand on Mia's shoulder. you say this line.
Oh, okay. It's okay, Mia. I'm glad you have so many friends who want to spend time with you. Go on. We'll have the prize ceremony.
Mia hesitated, but Doom's pleading smile got to her. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so the challenge is a mock trial. We have to play the defense team and defend our client, this adorable little Nickit, from allegations that he has been stealing from the school all term. Oh, because they're the thief Pokemon. They won the trial easily, and the Nickit turned out to be a shiny and insisted on Mia capturing it. How the hell do you get so many shiny Pokemon? I don't know. I just do. Well, Mia, you sure know how to get a closing argument, Doom said as they all pinned on their badges. Mia wasn't sure what she meant. Mia hadn't remembered getting any prompts for the closing argument. Oh well, another glitch in the system. She was still having fun. Huh. She was having fun. When did that start?
Come on, Mia, time to go.
Kenya said.
We have all our badges. Let's go see what the big prize is.
Sure thing, she said. She turned to
Money.
Doom. Hey, Doom, thank you for picking me for your team, she said. And but to her surprise, she meant it. Am I the Grinch? They arrived back at the main courtyard a little over after 4 o'clock. It did not feel like it had been 8 hours, maybe only 1 hour, but then again, days and nights only last 30 minutes here in this new generation. The snow had been falling all day, had mostly stopped. Piles of snow lay everywhere, but conveniently not on the patch of ground all the students were standing on, and it was all of the students. Did everyone get their 18 badges? How? We beat so many people in the challenges.
Yeah, but Mia, everyone gets a badge just for participating.
Kenya explained. What? I busted my butt for participation trophies? Mia screamed.
If they weren't, you never would have gotten the bug badge. Those cookies were...
A swift elbow from Mia cut off the rest of the statement. The school's PA system rang again, and Director Chime appeared at the balcony again. She was flanked by all 18 professors and staff who had run each of the challenges all day. They applauded the students. Well done, everyone, on completing the Ivy League challenge and getting through all of the cameos. My, there was truly a lot of them, but they're over now, and it is truly and will be a marvelous Christmas this year. We were going to have a tournament, but we ran out of time, so instead we cut to your fabulous prize. Let the annual Yule University Christmas picnic begin! She clapped twice, and dozens of picnic tables appeared. Puffs of smoke throughout the crowd. Each was laden with brightly colored red and green tablecloths, and one blue one for the Jewish kid who celebrated Hanukkah. Everyone sat down, or at least they prepared to. Fireworks burst in the air overhead. A giant air balloon decorated like the Grinch glided around the school tower. From inside, someone cackled. Not so fast, Director Chime! This is one cameo you forgot!
Is that... Stranova?
Sutranova? Kenya asked. Mia squinted. It sure was. She hadn't seen Sutranova in ages. Mia kept forgetting what his side quest was. There was just so many in this game, she felt bad. What's the meaning of this? This is revenge! When Uncle Dudley was setting up the story, it was going to be a team competition. Team Holly versus Team Ivy. It was going to be a whole thing with team outfits and sashes and a big battle royale. I missed a battle royale? The phone company heiress cried out from somewhere in the crowd. Shut up, Nimona! No one likes you, Sutranova said before continuing the rant. Only everyone picked Ivy. Every single one of you picked Team Ivy. Only one person picked Holly. Me! You all left me alone on Christmas! Now I'm going to get my revenge on all of you. I'm here to steal Christmas. Right, Max? Mabostiff put his head over the side of the basket next to Sutra with one single Stantler antler tied to its head. From the bottom of the balloon, a giant vacuum hose emerged. It turned on and began to suck air into it. Decorations from the wall of the screw ripped off and began to fly into the hose. Sutranova laughed maniacally. Bulby, Mia called. Her partner Pokemon appeared next to her. Lights were wrapped around his bulb and a festive garland worn as a scarf. It's time for Operation Magic Mistletoe. Are you ready? Bravasaur, he confirmed. Mia bent down and picked something up, and Vine Whip took it from her hand. The vine snapped through the air, hurtling the object at Sutranova. Smack! A snowball struck the side of his head. What the? And all around, other students did the same. Snowball after snowball soared through the air, clogging the vacuum until it cartoonishly shook and exploded. The balloon popped and went whirling away through the air. Bulby's Vine Whips reached out and caught Sutranova, and Kenya caught Max the Mabostiff. What the? You saved me? Of course, Mia said. It's Christmas, and hey, sorry the whole Team Holly thing didn't work out, though I don't really understand what you were talking about. Do you, want to get together and start a plotline during winter break? Mia knew that would add a few more episodes to her playthrough on YouTube before she could reach the finale, but she didn't care. It felt like the right thing to do. Then a snowball struck her in the neck. Its icy slish dripped down her neck. Oh, someone is gonna get it, Mia snarled, turning around. Blue Jay looked guiltious, so Mia lopped a big snowball in his direction. Snowball fight! Testosterone called. They tossed out all their Pokemon, Buzzwole, Machamp, Chestnut, and Grimmsnarl. They all began making and hurling snowballs. Somewhere in the middle, Mia captured a shiny Vanillish, which she barely recognized as a shiny. The battle lasted for 20 minutes. Director Chime tried to stop it until Britt lobbed a snowball at her and all of the staff and faculty got involved. Finally, once everyone was exhausted and laughing with merriment, they remembered the feast and went to sit down. The picnic tables reappeared and somehow no one had any snow on them. And none was on the ground. Lazy game designers. Mia found herself sitting across from Kenya. Next to them on a long wooden bench sat all the people she had competed with all day. Blue Jay, Nora, Chris, Big Dave, Ethel, Doom, Chris, and Testosterone. All those wonderful people, all of whom she had been going to classes with, battling titans and gyms and contests and races and completing the Pokedex with. Mia realized suddenly that as special as she was to Mia, Kenya was not Mia's only friend. She had half a dozen of friends now. And maybe, Mia realized, friendship was the true meaning of Christmas for her all along. So what are we having for our feast? I hope there's a butterball turkey and ocean spray cranberry sauce. Just no lechonk ham, Mia said.
What else would we have?
Kenya said, opening up the picnic basket and beginning to hand out the contents. No, not that. Not that. No more sandwiches! Mia learned to love sandwiches the way the Pokemon Company wants her to. Will Mia learn to love sandwiches the way the Pokemon Company wants her to? Will Mia learn the true meaning of Christmas? Will the programmers ever figure out how to animate snow? Find out next year if Mia forgives Uncle Deadly for all these Christmas Pokemon puns in the next Mia's Christmas Pokemon special. That was lovely. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and send Uncle Dudley hate mail.
Not hate mail.
That was genius.